Hello there, this is Fimbly Jim, and today I'm going to be showing you what I believe is the best possible build for the Psyker at the moment, that I don't see any real holes in it, and I have tried quite a bit of the other abilities and such, and I just feel like this has the maximum potential for everything that you could ever want in a Psyker. In terms of horde clearing, in terms of single target damage, it's got everything. So what we're going to start with here is just looking at the weapons. Obviously the surge staff. Now this is similar to my previous video where I was showing the build I was using. It is similar to this, but I ended up switching an entire section of the tree out, and I'm getting crazy results, crazy results. So so we're going to start with this right here, which is, I think a surge staff is mandatory for this if you want to maximize your efficiency with regard to dealing with all sorts of scenarios, because you're going to deal with everything. You know, you don't want to gimp yourself and, you know, funnel yourself into basically just having a weapon that can only deal, or like weapons that can only deal with a horde or single target, you know, whatever. This whole build is designed to have a tool in your arsenal to deal with everything. So this is the weapon I'm going to be using for single targets, and in general when I'm waiting for my my blitz to be ready to use again. This is what I'm going to be using because it's got good CC, it's got crazy good damage now, it can annihilate single targets, and with the stats that I have for this thing, it's actually just it's just so good. And for the tree, it's going to be very similar to before, so if you've seen my previous video, you'll know where this is going, but if you haven't, I'm just going to scroll through this so you can see. And you know, I'm not going to explain every single thing, except I'm going to I'll make little notes here and there. I believe this is the best selection here for regaining toughness. And then we're going to come down to here. This is what you're going to want to grab, a sail, which is really good right now. It's better than both these. I think that this needs to be buffed. This probably should be nerfed a little bit, not too much. I'm a big believer in making things OP and then making the game really hard, because then it just... And I'm going to be honest, you play this on the hardest difficulty, you're not going to escape very often. You're not going to get out very often. This is almost necessary at certain difficulties. So just putting it out there. And then we're going down to here. We're just going to keep grabbing Mind in Motion, important. We're going to grab this 10% damage, just flat damage is always great. We're going to grab Venting Shriek, and we're going to go for the Venting Shriek applies stacks of Soul Blaze just to get more damage out there on things like it's just effective against everything instead of this flat damage. I'd prefer this. And then we're going to go down, and this is where it changed. Before I was using this whole section, but I am going to grab the 10% health into the 20% from all sources based on your current peril. This is great. And then we're going to go down here and grab 50% radius of, this is kind of whatever. It's just more of a bridge to get to this stuff, which is the Quell Speed by 30%. And then we're going to go down to Warp Siphon. So if you go this way, right here, you get reduction, a peril reduction for each warp charge, and you get damage, base damage increase for each warp charge. What does this mean? Well, you now get to have both. So you have, first of all, you can cast more because you have less peril generation. When you do get higher peril generation, you end up casting at 20% increased damage, and you get 4% for each warp charge. And when you get down here, that's six warp charges. So you get 24% increased damage. And I choose this because it increases the likelihood of getting warp charges considerably, because whenever you're around your teammates, you're basically just generating them, especially because this expends your warp charges. So you want to make sure that and this also reduces, depending on how many warp charges you have, it reduces the cooldown of this. So if you're doing this correctly, you almost never overheat. It would be pretty much never overheat, because this will always be on off cooldown. And yeah, so this will give you a ton of damage, and this will essentially just all tie together in it just feels great. So yeah, that is the build, and we are going to take this into the game, and I will show you what I'm talking about. Damnation has felt really solid, but I think for this one I'm just going to show you on Heresy. This build is absolutely the one you want to be using for for Damnation, though, for sure. But just to showcase how this feels, we're going to just run it in Heresy for now. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, and we're just going to hop in right now. Alrighty. This guy's got the lovely looking skin there. These are, like I think, I don't know if I've said this before, but these are probably the best feeling magic ability in any game I've ever played, straight up. Like, it is the magic missile from Baldur's Gate in a horde shooter, and it is amazing. It is amazing. I hope they don't gut it, is my problem, because I feel like they're going to adjust it. I would, like I said, I would prefer that they just bring everything else up to match it and then increase the enemies. Like, just have way more hordes, which does seem like the direction that they're going. Most of the levels feel like they just added way more enemies. Just like, there's a lot more enemies, there's a lot more hordes. I feel like there was a horde non-stop. Oh, I love this. Like, the whistling arrow, just... It's so good. And I, like... Right now, I definitely think the Psyker's the best class, with the changes. Which is hilarious, because the Psyker wasn't really the best. I'm a bit biased to the Psyker, obviously. Like, I think, oh, the Psyker's the best. But that's just because, like, it took a lot of time to just learn to master him. And you still wouldn't perform nearly as well as, like, Man with Gun. But now, Man with Magic is a demon to deal with. And even just the change to the Surge Staff feels amazing. Like, the change of the Surge, I love the single target. Where are these fools coming from? We're gonna just dice them all up. Gonna get him up, but I also gotta deal with. Gonna get you up, buddy. Isn't there like a one of the Psykers is in love with the Emperor or something like that? Or sure, one of the Emperor voice lines, or one of the Psyker voice lines. Oh, look at that! I just like it. Also, like the fact that it gives them is so awesome. Oh, this I hate the Chaos Spawn, man. This thing is so good. Okay, we're gonna try to dodge it. Kind of dodging a little bit here. It is focusing me a lot. Somehow made it out of that. I'm gonna go back and heal. Because that was, fortunately we were able to deal with that. I like the muffled voice with the helmet on. Sounds awesome. But like I said, so the single target damage of this is now like akin to a bolter. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember the exact number that a bolter does, but I read somewhere, or someone was pointing out that this does, you know, obviously doesn't shoot as rapid fire, so it's not going to be as high damage, but it's unlimited ammo. And if you manage it well enough, you can definitely shoot like as fast as like a single tap bolter. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's almost like, I almost wonder now if it's worth, because there's already a multiplier on the Surge Staff to do like lots of damage to. The thing is, you don't really need this to clear hordes or like unarmored enemies, because that's your little knives, your little daggers that you throw do so much damage to unarmored enemies that it covers that weakness for you, so you don't have to worry about, you know, those kinds of enemies. Which is what this whole build is supposed to be. You know, it's supposed to be, you know, kind of master of all trades almost. Which is kind of like most classes have that. Like the, most of the other classes have that. Like the Zealot has the, like the chain sword for single targets and even hordes, honestly. And then into a, oh, I thought it hit the wall. Into, like a flamer for hordes. So, I think it's nice seeing, let's see if he'll throw this to me. Did he throw it? No, he didn't. Just throw some daggers around. This is awesome, too, when you're, like, surrounded. Because you just start throwing them in, like, a circle, and they, like, spin around you, and you just look like a... It looks sick. But I know, so this build is similar to what I was showing before, but this is just after a little bit of time of me sort of optimizing it and figuring out what feels the best. Like right now I'm at 6 stacks, doing boatloads of damage. You get stacks pretty easily now. It's similar to how it was before. I don't know if you remember, like, well, I'm sure everyone remembers, but it is... Let's get... Oh, well, let's do a little bit of... There we go, there we go. We're probably gonna get hit here. Nope, I'm good. Grab this and chuck it over the edge there. There we go. But yeah, no, this feels a lot nicer. I am light on the warp charges right now, and I don't have to like spam brain burst anymore like I used to, which is basically how I would get my charges. But when you're with your team, you get them pretty fast, pretty quickly. Because that number goes up to about what, like a 16% chance of you having it every time. And obviously, when you expend your, you run out pretty fast when you obviously expend all of them when you do your shout, your vent. See this though, like there's still so many enemies that this is still still somewhat challenging, and it gets even worse the later on you go, and depending on the levels. Like I've had never-ending hordes playing with some friends. But I really like how the I really like how the Psyker feels now. Definitely, and the other classes too. Everything, like I really like the Ogren. Like it feels really good to be like melee, and really good to just go pure range. The Zealot feels awesome. I love the little like pendant thing that they have that just buffs everyone up. Like you actually have like a somewhat support healer role to a degree, which is awesome. Definitely something that was needed. Oh boy. We'll just get rid of all those. There we go. I'm going to keep that damage up a little higher by keeping our... There we go. Like, look at the... Like, this thing does chunk. I don't know why I grabbed this. There you go. Not entirely sure why I grabbed that. Totally should have saved it, but you know what? I don't use ammo. I'm a wizard. Onward and upward. Is that a horde? That is a horde. They're coming from over here now. They switched direction. They did not switch direction. And keep zapping. There we go. I do like to pull my weight. See, that guy doesn't seem like he's speccing into his proper regeneration for his toughness. Because this keeps you somewhat tanky, while also keeping you as the DPS, which is what the Psyker was meant for. You are the squishiest by far, and some enemies can one-shot you, but you can do a boatload of damage, which is definitely...
His grenades aided him little.
Definitely a good feeling. I like the
Last deal.
I definitely like the feeling of being the glass cannon type. Specifically in this game. Ogren's fun too. He's just such a huge meatball that you just get shot by everything under the sun, so even stray bullets, people who miss, just still randomly hit you.
Whatever comes next, you'll do better as a group.
Where you going, Mr. Azazel? There we go. Now, I was considering getting some cosmetics for the character, but honestly, like, nah. I don't really love the pricing of these cosmetics. They're kind of crazy. Spending like $15 on a skin, like, get out of here. Fuck no. I'm just gonna keep using the skins that you earn. Also mean more.
Lots of bottlenecks and tight shooting angles.
Definitely wish that they wouldn't monetize that much. I know it's just cosmetics, but like, God, $15 for a t-shirt? There we go. Lots of dogs. Look at that kill feed. Oh, it doesn't even, like, look how many there are. And you can still push away the exploder boys. Still get rid of them. Still deal with these guys, which is why I'm like, Smite needs to have like a little bit more oomph to it, because you know it feels like now you have like you have like a primary and a secondary. You know, your this can be your secondary for dealing with either ranged units or anything that doesn't have armor, basically. And then your lightning staff is to deal, like, you can do that with like the purgative staff, and then you could do like a single target damage being with your like brain burst, for example, or you could even go ahead and grab the smite for the like the CC, which you kind of lack. Okay. Oh, I thought I was gonna get him.
This demon in other places too.
I like that guy's voice.
Blasphemy! Birthed into creation.
Up the elevator. Oh, I'm trying to remember what we're even supposed to. Oh, it's this one. I love this mission. I love this thing too. It looks so dumb. This is. Oops. Can that do anything to that now?
Should avail ourselves of that med station.
One down. Kill the others.
Gotta save this for.
Painless Psyker. Remember that.
There we go. Now this is a good example. This level or this whole mission is ludicrously like jam-packed with enemies. I need to work on not getting grabbed by that guy. Oh my, I'm missing every shot on that thing. There we go. Oh, I love the voice lines too for the new abilities. Could also just be that this is the best voice for the Psyker. No big deal or anything. Get rid of him. Keep moving. Excellent work. Keep making our way up. Quite a few of them. Let's just... Probably should help this guy. Keep ripping them apart. I want to download that. There's a mod that like allows you to, which I think is dumb. You have to get a mod for this, but that keeps tabs on your kill count and your kill count and your damage, which I think is silly.
I see a sharpshooter. I have a gift for you.
Very silly, but you know, I'd like to download that just to like really see how much damage this is truly doing, which I'm sure is a lot. And kills, I feel like is a bit of a redundant stat because, you know, killing the little grunts is kind of... It's kind of like, you know, whatever, right? They're just like the squishy guys that are...
Its torment is over.
Oop, I pressed F when I meant to press G. It's alright though. It's alright though. Kind of did the same. There's a sniper somewhere. There's a sniper over here, I believe. No? Where is he?
Good work. Now get a dish realigned to cut the signal.
We have like a very good group of people for dealing with like the hordes. Usually the hordes here are pretty crazy. The realignment is going quick. Oh, we lost him. Now, if I can afford it, I don't really want to waste my, I don't want to waste my stacks that I have acquired.
Rushing ammo, as I required.
Hold for signal termination.
Don't try to hide.
Let's see where they come from.
Should take notes up next.
There we go. Keep cleaning house. And this, you know, the surge staff is still really nice at dealing with hordes. So I mean, if you keep spamming it, like you functionally are CCing as many as like a horde would, like normally.
I'm sensing rage, fear, and foreshortened lifespan. No, not foreshortened lifespan. I said foreshortened lifespan. Why are you not paying attention?
Oh boy, we are already... That was smooth as butter. That was super smooth. Excellent work, boys.
Beauty is back.
Excellent work. There we go. Beautifully executed. Just like that. We have done it. Anyway, that is the build that I believe is currently the most efficient way to play Psyker at the moment, because you just can really deal with pretty much every situation that you would come across, and you are constantly an asset to your team. You can, protect down teammates. You can deal with single targets. You can deal with bosses. You got peril protection. You got peril, more damage. You got stacking damage. It's just great. You are doing a lot more work than you realize with this. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know if you did. I would like to keep making more on these classes and showcasing more of these builds and the new changes and everything like that. I'm probably, like I said, going to cover the Ogren most definitely next. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day wherever you are. Please drive and walk safe wherever you do go, and please be nice to yourself and kind to others. And I will catch you guys later. Bye.